When we look at each other, let us not see the color. Let us not see the nationalities. Let us not see the religion. Let us not see the tribes. But let us see a one people. This is the journey to one Africa. I love one guy, his name is Miles Monroe. He said that, the politicians are concerned about the next election, but our leaders are concerned about the next generation. And I think the current leadership and the current generation of Africans, we should be highly concerned about the next generation. And what can we do today as a regional integration to prepare the better future for our kids tomorrow? Because all negativity that is happening in the region right now is not good for anything. There's a tension between Rwanda, Congo, Somalia, and, Ethiopia, this and that, and all this, they're not doing anything good to our continent. So as a people, as our countries and our leaders, think about this critically and think about how can we create a better future for the next generation. And we have that responsibility to decide today, and which including, removing these borders that we have, like really removing them and allowing our people to move freely in the eastern part of Africa, in the Horn of Africa, leaving aside and looking at the ways, how can we benefit from each other? How can we use what we have? And in the entire continent, as well as African Union, to look at the ways, how can we bring our continent together? How can we be free, from the loans and aids that we get from outside? How can we really work for our people and making sure that the Vision 2063 is happening today and not 40 years from now? And I think that will be the entire change of this continent, and our people, in the diaspora and in the continent will actually celebrate this. And, because we're all concerned about the next generation, actually, right now we kind of, a little bit late. But we can actually do something for the next generation, and we can do it today.
You're active in claiming this Pan-Africanism, and obviously Pan-Africanism is a little bit pacified these days. And what ought to be done to reclaim and to revive it well?
I think it starts with unity. One of the forefathers, Julius Kambaga Nyerere, he said in 1963, May 1st, that without unity, there'll never be a future for Africa. And he also said that unity will not make us rich, but it will make it difficult for the external bodies to humiliate. It will make it difficult for Africans to be exploited. Therefore, we have to come together. Right. So I think us reclaiming Pan-Africanism, it starts with that, because that is the main ideology of Pan-Africanism. Ubuntu spirit, that you are because I am because you are. Right. And if we start from unity, then we are going to realize that we are actually fighting the same battle. And the only way out of this is for us to come together to strive to thrive. Because the philosophy and the idea that used to colonize Africa, and it was initiated in 1885 during Bering Conference, it was to divide and rule and conquer. So if for us we want to get back to our feet, then we need to come together and conquer as well. And that is the only thing that we can do to defend this continent for a living, right? But more than that, also learning the history of Pan-Africanism. How did it start? Why our forefathers, why they started this movement? They wanted to break out from this colonized mentality. They wanted to be free from the Western, influence and aid, right? So for us, if we want to really bring that spirit, then it begins from education, teaching our people that, we can do things on our own. We are actually able to transform this continent by our own, African solutions to African solutions to Africa's problem with African money. That is very important, that we coming together, we can bring about a solution, we can change this continent, and we are able to do that. And I think that is the core value of Pan-Africanism. And all of us Africans, we need to tap into that moment and to move forwards together towards that change for this continent.
What are the reasons that paused this movement, this continental movement?
Yeah, and another reason I think it was basically to bring our people together, because you know that this movement started outside of the continent in the diaspora. Marcus Garvey and other great people, they started that after seeing that black man is not well respected. Well, he's the one who did all the good work, right? When you look at the Western countries, black men actually these countries were built because of the blood, sweat and tears of the black man. Right. So it was actually, reminding black men that, hey, you have a place in this world. You're not just a slave, but you're actually queens and kings. Right. And it's a moment for us to actually fight to the motherland, the continent, and bring that awakening in the continent so that what has happened in 1885 will never happen in the country. But I'm concerned that right now we kind of forget about it. And it kind of seems like, there's a new scramble for Africa. Because you see Turkeys, you see attacks, you see Russia, you see, Chinese and all these guys are, extremely calm to the continent. And while Africans were still kind of sleeping, we're not coming together, right? So I think, looking at that spirit of Pan-Africanism and how it started, it reminds us that, okay, guys, what happened in the past, it can actually happen today if we are asleep. We need to be very awake. We need to be awakened. And when we look at each other, let us not see the color. Let us not see the nationalities. Let us not see the religion. Let us not see the tribes. But let us see one people. Now, I'm in Zambia right now, and I love the motto of Zambia. It says, one Zambia, one nation, one people. Right. And my mission is one Africa, like Swahili nation, one Africa. So we should have that spirit, the motto of one Africa, of one people. Because if you come to my country, you'll find some people from Ethiopia, Somalia, Congo, Rwanda, Burundi, Kenya, Uganda, Malawi, Mozambique, Zambia, Zimbabwe, all of them, South Africa, Ngoni tribe, they are right here in the country, and they're all Tanzanians. This just reminds us that, hey, we are actually one people. And that was the main reason of Pan-Africanism. And you can bring that today. And we are doing that work here at Swahili Nation to remind our people and to decolonize them.
Meka Chavala, Tanzanian Pan-Africanist and social media influencer. Thank you for your invaluable insights.
Thank you so much for having me. Kudos to Ethiopia. I love you guys. Hey guys, as you're watching this video, our vision is to reach 500,000 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button, join membership to support our channel, join Patreon and PayPal. All the links are in the description. Do that to stand with us for this beautiful cause of One Africa right now. We do not forget to sign up for the petition. The link is down below. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.